Have you ever felt like your head is just full? Like every corner of your mind is stuffed with thoughts, plans, worries, overthinking, expectations? Yeah, me too. Well, this story is about someone just like us. Meet Arman, not a monk, not a guru, just a regular guy who thought knowledge would bring him control, but ended up discovering something very different. To begin with, Arman was the kind of person who couldn't sit still. Not physically, mentally. He was always learning something, articles, podcasts, documentaries. Every evening he'd scroll through productivity hacks, memory tricks, deep philosophical theories, his bookmarks folder, a chaotic jungle of tabs. His head, worse. Naturally, he believed, the more I know, the better I'll feel. The more knowledge, the more control. However, instead of feeling smart, he felt scattered, tired, anxious. I have to learn one more thing, he kept saying. But peace, it never came. Then one day he overheard a conversation in a coffee shop, a woman talking about a monk who taught how to silence the noise inside. Something about it clicked. For the first time, Arman didn't want more answers. Instead, he wanted quiet. So, he took action. Not by going to the Himalayas, not to some luxury retreat, but by traveling to a small, forgotten monastery, tucked into the northern hills. Upon arrival, the monk who lived there, Master Dhananand, greeted him with a smile that felt like it could see straight into his soul. Without delay, Arman explained his struggle, how he kept collecting knowledge but felt no peace. The monk simply nodded and said, "Come, let's have tea." Then they sat silently. The monk poured tea into a cup and kept pouring. Soon, tea spilled over. Startled, Arman shouted, "It's full! It's overflowing." To which the monk replied calmly, "Yes, like your mind." From that moment, the monk gave him a simple task. No reading, no notes, just sit beside a stream and observe. "You're not here to learn more. You're here to unlearn," he said, with gentle certainty. At first, the days were torture. Arman's brain fought back. Thoughts kept rushing in like waves. His to-do lists, unfinished projects, what-ifs, should-haves, endless loops. Still, he kept sitting. Gradually, nature did its quiet work. He began to notice things he'd never seen before. The ripples of the stream, how the pine needles swayed in sync, how silence actually had layers. Then one night, everything changed. A storm swept through the valley. Wind howled, trees swayed violently, rain thundered on the roof. And inside that chaos, something shifted in Arman. Instead of resisting, he simply observed. Instead of reacting, he breathed. And for the very first time in his life, his mind was still. The next morning, as Arman looked at the stream, he smiled. He didn't need to name its beauty or analyze it. He simply felt it. When he returned to the monk, he said, "I think I finally emptied my mind." The monk laughed gently and said, "Not emptied, you just stopped filling it." After that, Arman stayed a few more peaceful days. No internet, no books, just presence. Upon returning home, everything looked the same. However, everything felt different, because the noise around him hadn't changed, but the noise inside had. So many of us live like Arman. We believe more content, more knowledge, more scrolling will bring peace. But in truth, clarity doesn't always come from adding. Often, it comes from letting go. Not every thought deserves our attention. Not every answer is ours to find. Sometimes, peace is what happens when we make space for it. If this story moved you, share it with someone who needs silence more than answers. And if you want more calm human stories like this, subscribe to our channel, because sometimes wisdom isn't loud, it whispers through stillness. Thanks for watching.